is you're trying to appeal to two
What up, guys? Justin here. I'm back. Sorry for the delay between uploads. We're back with another voiceover because I had 42 minutes of footage in this episode, and it was just way too long. But first, before I go on, listen to this.
Ooh, check out Apple.
Best performing Dow stock of 2017
Yeah.
so far.
So at 8:20 in the morning, this is what the futures look like so far. Pretty good.
I had to pause the TV because check this out.
Alright, so if you can see here, this is an insane return over the last 20 years. 23,838%. I did a quick calculation. Had you invested just $5,000 back 20 years ago, you would have $1,196,901 today, which is just insane to think about. I actually, when I was in college, over 10 years ago, when Apple was at $65 a share, I was telling my dad to get into this stock, but he didn't want to risk any money at the time. He still hasn't invested in the stock market yet because he's just been too risk averse. So we watched the stock go up into the 200s, into the 300s. By the time I finally got into the market in 2012, Apple was in the mid 400s, and that's when I bought my first shares of Apple. And it since went up to $700 a share. Then I did a 7-to-1 stock split, which means it decreased its stock price by 7 because it gave 7 times more shares. So it did a split. 7 times the number of shares are now available, and the price was cut by 1/7. But yeah, so you can just see how incredible of a run that it's been on. So it's just, yeah. So I wanted to point that out. So when the opening bell happened, stocks were looking pretty good. You can see a lot of green there on the screen. Then NASDAQ hit a record high, so that was awesome. Speaking of all-time highs, all the stocks you see on this list at this day hit their all-time highs, so that is just awesome. These are all tech stocks. These are all stocks that I love, and some of them that we're in currently, some of them we're not in currently, but I'm trying to get into Google right now. But yeah, so this guy Josh Lipton comes on, talks about the new products that Apple's unveiling. One of them was the new iPad, and they just called it the iPad, so not the most creative name. They probably couldn't come up with a new name for the new one, and they just called it that. The second thing they were releasing was a video app editor that you could download to upload videos to social media. So I haven't really checked that out, so I don't know how good it is. But the last thing that they were unveiling was a new limited edition red iPhone. So really cool looking iPhone. If you are someone who collects, I guess, gadgets like this would be a really cool piece. If you were about to buy an iPhone, this would be a cool color to choose from. I already got the iPhone when it first came out, so my 7 Plus is black. But I kind of prefer black anyways as a color for a phone. But yeah, anyways, the most important thing that I took from this segment was this part right here. So I'll let him take it from here.
3 months prior to the introduction of the last 6 new generations of iPhones, the stock has traded positively 100% of the time, with an average return of just over 19%, but then traded down following the
100% of the time.
1.6%.
I freaking like those odds.
But right now, Apple is
I'm pretty much guarantee I'm going to be investing more in them.
High this morning.
Alright, so also in Apple news, their Apple Music subscription service that they have, they're having an exclusive show called Planet of the Apps. And so basically people can pitch, just like Shark Tank, but it's basically all for apps. So people can pitch their idea and hopefully get funding for their new startup with apps. So that's a really cool new show that I'm looking forward to watching. I don't have an Apple Music subscription, so I'm going to have to look into getting that soon if I want to watch this. Another thing they're doing is they just signed a contract with Carpool Karaoke. So they must have made a deal with James Corden, so they're going to be hosting some, I guess, exclusive content for that. So you're going to have a bunch of new celebrities going in the car and singing songs, and it's going to be pretty fun to watch. There you got, John Legend, Alicia Keys, I believe that is. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. Some other people, I forget their names, Jeff Gordon, and I forget his name. Ariana Grande, you got Seth MacFarlane.
He's actually a good singer, but they don't
you
sound
got
good right now.
Also, that clip kind of sounded weird, but they're actually both great singers. Yeah, so just a lot of cool stuff that in the pipeline for Apple Music. So I think this could be good for them. They're not going to be anywhere near like Amazon subscription or like Netflix, But I think this is definitely a good step in the right direction. And so, therefore, for all these reasons, I'm very, very much still bullish on Apple.
Let's see. Log in there. Come on, baby. Oh, shoot. We're actually down now. Shit.
All right, so you can see here that we were up earlier in the morning. Now we're down. AMD and Universal Display went down. So we're hoping that some of these options that haven't moved yet would go up. And I was hoping Tesla would go up because earlier in the morning they were up for the day. So I went down to the watch list and saw that Tesla was on the first page. I hit refresh. It was no longer on the first page. So I went down to the second page. And as you can see, right towards the middle there, you can see that it's down now 25 cents for the day. So that was not a good sign. Looking at my positions, I noticed that I had a couple call options that were expiring soon. So I wanted to get out of those positions so I could free up some more capital so that I could put it into Apple. So the first option that I sold was my JP Morgan Chase call, June 16th expiration, $90 strike price. So I went sell to close, 2 contracts, JP Morgan, sold that. And then the second option that I decided to sell was Sprint because I noticed it had an even sooner expiration, May 19th. So I had to get out of that one before it dropped too much in value. So I sold that one. And $9 strike price for that one, by the way. So I sold that one. And then what I did was, okay, so I saw that I had $1,300 to spend on options. So what I did was I went to the options chain for Apple to look at the prices. If you want to see a more in detail look at how to read this chart, I made a little tutorial within one of my vlogs in one of the prior episodes. You can see how to read this chart in more detail. But so on the left hand side, I was looking at the call options. 190 strike price obviously was too high, so the ones I was looking at were the 160, 165, 170 strike price, and the 165 strike price was currently going for $175 per contract. On my gains and losses page, I was looking a little bit more. I also saw that my Universal Display option, I had 105% return, as you can see on the right-hand side there. And I went to look at their chart to see what they've been doing in the last few months. And in February, they had that really big jump, which we were there for. We did profit a lot that day when they announced good earnings and they declared they were going to do a dividend. But since then, they were kind of flat. So I decided that I would just get out of this position right now to try to lock in that triple-digit profit return, and so I can free up some more money to put into Apple. So I did decide to sell my Universal Display call. I sold that one. That one freed up about $3,700. So when I scrolled up and hit refresh, we had $5,200 now to spend. So that was really cool. So what I did was I went to the quick tab trade, decided to buy 30 contracts of Apple. So I did buy to open, 30 contracts, call option, $165 strike price, and just clicked on the market and just clicked place order. And then, yeah, so with that trade, we have 30 more contracts in our positions. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up this voiceover. So when I did scroll down, I noticed Tesla was down. So I'm going to let Justin take it away. So, Justin, how do you feel about Tesla? What do you feel about their price?
You know, Tesla is a volatile stock. They go up, they go down. It's really hard to predict what they're going to do on any given day. However, I'm still very bullish on them, and I have till September. So I know in the summer, I feel like we're going to have a really good day, and we're just going to like kill it with Tesla. So I'm not going to get rid of it quite yet. All right, so we're down a lot of money still, but we do have some more Apple options now. So that's pretty cool. The Tesla call dropped, and that's why we dropped again. And then the Amazon call dropped. So yeah, we're down quite a bit today. But I'm not going to worry about it because I'm feeling good about these Apple calls. We got about $7,600 invested in them. We still got $13,000 invested in our Vanguard for safety. I know one of these days we're going to have a really good day with these. I just know it. Like, Amazon is just a powerhouse. Tesla is amazing. AMD is doing really well. This is just not a good day for them, but I know one of these days they're going to go up, all 3 of them, and we're going to have a tremendously good day. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm being optimistic. But yeah, this will go definitely back up in the future. So I'm just going to go get ready, and we will come back in the afternoon.
Lower marginal tax rates. I've been working in
What
3-4 Republican presidents on lower tax rates. So
you kidding me right now?
I have very similar views on that issue.
Larry's been saying that.
This literally was the opposite
Absolutely.
at the open of the day. Like
Why do you
literally
say that it stalled? I mean, we just heard from House Speaker Paul Ryan saying he's got the votes, or he
2 hours
didn't
ago
exactly lay it out,
it
but
was
saying that he's built
doing very
momentum,
well,
that the
and
president was
now
on
they just took
Capitol
a big
Hill
dump.
to
I
try
don't know
to
what's
swing
going
those
on.
votes.
And when will this vote happen?
Thursday, they're
It
looking at
sucks.
this vote for healthcare.
Yeah.
Snickers? Yeah, you're pissed about today too, aren't you? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. What's up, guys? So I just got back from my parents' house. It's kind of late, but this sucks. Like, what can I say? Donald Trump, if you're listening, if you're watching this right now, which I'm sure you were watching this right now, can you just like stop going on Twitter for just like a week? Like just put the phone down, just stop tweeting, because I'm starting to lose money now and it's starting to piss me off. Look at how much we lost today, guys. That's not even how much we lost too, because remember I sold some options earlier today that probably, I was already losing money on these before I sold them, most likely. So I think I didn't do the calculation yet, but I'm pretty sure we lost like over $4,000 today. So that's a new record. So that's cool. Like, this blows. We are down to 46.5 grand. We're still up for the year, but barely. Like, we started the year at 43 grand. So like we are only up like $3,500 for the year. So I mean, it's still a decent return. If we ended the year like that, it's like, I don't know, it's probably 7 to 9% or something like that, which isn't bad. But obviously, we're shooting for at least 35%. So right now we're not doing well. Our biggest losers today were Amazon, Tesla, AMD, Facebook. So again, am I really worried about these 4 companies? No. Just as much as these went down today, I'm expecting them, all 4 of these, to go up a ton in the future. So I'm not worried. It's just, it was just a bad day. You saw earlier in the headlines, like, worst day for stocks for this whole year. So like all the stocks did crappy. So like, look at this. On my watch list, only 3, 5, 7, 8. Only 8 stocks on my watch list, and I have like over 80 stocks on this watch list. Only 8 of them finished up for the day, and that's saying something. Like, everyone lost money today pretty much. It's just really crappy. It's just like I can't I can't help but just laugh at it, because it's just funny how everyone lost money, including me. It just sucks. I'm pissed also at the same time. But again, like, if you were to ask anyone on the street, oh, do you think Facebook, AMD, Tesla, and Amazon have anything to worry about in the future? All of them would say no, and then a few of them would be like, who's AMD? But, I mean, for the most part, people would be like, no, definitely not. I mean, even Tesla, who is really they don't make much profit yet, they're still doing amazing things. And once people start buying solar roofs, once people start driving the Model 3, like, these are going to go way up. And like I said, I'm expecting we're going to have a day where we make over $4,000. Like, I'm feeling it. Totally feeling it. It's going to happen soon, guys. It's just, we just got to be patient. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So, if you like this video, I think I'm actually going to dislike this video because I was not happy at all. But if you are liking the content, please hit that like button. I won't take it as you liking that I'm losing money, don't worry. But yeah, if you are enjoying it, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And you guys are seeing how it is trading options. I mean, you can lose a lot of money. So this can be a good learning experience for you guys. If you don't want these type of swings, maybe avoid trading options for a while. But if you are, if you can handle the swings, like I'm trying to pretend that I can, then you can dabble a little bit with these options. But notice I'm only doing call options. If I guess we're more experienced, or if I were smarter or something, I probably would be buying some put options, which would have helped me not lose as much today. But I'm more of an optimist, so I like to think that the stocks I'm buying, I'm expecting them all to go up. So I'm not really trying to bet on companies losing money. I just really don't feel comfortable doing that. It's a weird thing for me to do. So I'm only buying call options, and when the stocks go down, the call options go down hard. So
That's what happens. But what are you gonna do? Tomorrow's a new day. We still got some money. We're still profiting for the year, so I'm trying to look at the positives. I'm hoping that we have just as good of a day really soon. I think it's just all that stuff going on with Donald Trump and like all that crap is just kind of like, you know, people are starting to doubt him. His approval rating, is I've heard, is as lowest as it's been since he's been in office, which is like, it's like 37% or something right now, so it's pretty bad. I think people are just kind of, their confidence in him is they're getting a little shaky about that. I think that's kind of why all these stocks pulled back. So all we can hope for is that, you know, we can move on from this and the stocks will start to come back up, and then we'll start seeing some better days ahead of us. So anyways, hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope you guys had a better day than I did, and we will see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good night.